And hello, everybody. Happy Friday. You know what Friday means? It means you made it. You made it through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And for all my working individuals out there, man, I want you to enjoy your 3-day weekend because I know how hard it feels. Like a lot of people work 2-3 times harder than they used to because, you know, when you work from home, guess what? You can't technically do anything, right? You work from home, everything's right there, point and click, and just get right back to work, right? So, hey, Friday night, holy crap, we're here. and we're gonna have the most amazing TPK that we've ever seen tonight. It's gonna be amazeballs.
I don't have spells.
I don't have spells. I just have an arm I can hit you over the head with.
Firebolt, firebolt, firebolt.
We run back out of the tavern. End of encounter.
And as a reminder, we are giving away some pretty cool dice tonight. Let me share with you the link for that. And then I will share with everybody. We'll do some housekeeping work, and then we'll get to our recap here in a moment. And
Jason, I do have one question regarding a giveaway. Are such things, because I believe we might have a slightly international audience tonight, deliverable overseas?
Yes, they are. This is the reason why I go with Viridian Dice, because they do ship international, and that's why I like to use them. It's one of the reasons why. The other reason is their CEO is a member of our Discord. The other reason is I don't have an addiction for dice. I really, really, really don't. These dice are fucking cool. I recently bought a set of the purple Yennefer Witcher dice for Callista. She loves them. And we just gave away a set of the Witcher dice in the Bring Your Dice channel. You go there once a week, roll a D1000, and try to win some dice. And tonight, it's exclamation dice to win some dice. So all you have to do is type in exclamation dice. You will be entered in to win, and at the end of the episode, we roll on the Nightbot random number generator, and it picks someone for us that wins, and then we send out some cool dice. So yes, to your point, Dan, we do actually have, and part of that reason, obviously, is because of our time slot. We're not exactly a East Coast friendly time slot. I mean, most people watch us a little bit when we get started, because I noticed, we average between 50 to 100 views after our show. So I know it's the time slot, and I know it's hard for people in different time zones to be able to take the time and watch a 3-hour session. But, I don't know if you've noticed, our followership is growing quite nicely as well. I believe we're up to 138. Our Twitter follower is almost up to that 1,000 giveaway mark. So if you are not following us on Twitter, be sure to hit us up, because as soon as we hit 1,000, we're going to be giving away some really cool t-shirts. And some other things I've been working on is we've got a pretty big family of creators. So if I do an exclamation uncanny, gives you a link to the Uncanny Pros.
What?
If I do exclamation odd, gives you a link to the Anchor podcast, right? So, I like to support my family that's helping and playing in our games. And, look, if I could figure out a way to pay the bills and do this forever, I will. I'm not trying to get rich here. I love this game too much to worry about getting rich. Rich people don't have time to play games because they're too obsessed with money. Let's be honest. For me, being in our Discord, teach, learn, listen, talk, chat. I did buy a copy of Codex. I don't know if anybody else has picked up a copy of that yet. That's that new rule set that Todd Koenig and the others left to go and promote. The ones that left D&D Beyond. It's a pretty interesting rule set. I like it a lot. Another cool thing. That's right. One other one for tonight. Since Cesre's not with us, I'll still do it, but I have this one here. This is our buddy Ivar's art page. If you go to his page and take a look at his artwork for t-shirts and other stuff. He's done quite a bit of the artwork that you see on the show, up in the slideshow as well. So he's pretty handy with the art. He even did Espis, the city on the back of the giant Brachiosaurus that you guys are currently riding on the back of. Another really fun thing I'm doing for July, which is going to be awesome. We're actually going to be doing competition dungeon crawls. I'm going to bring back one of my favorite things that I used to do back in the 80s when I used to go to Gen Cons. In Tailspire, I'm building a multi-tiered and multi-leveled and depth-driven dungeon crawl. There'll be a level 5, 10. We're not going to go up to 15 and 20. 5 and 10 for dungeon crawls, I think, are by far the more fun stat set to go with. But basically, 5 people show up, they enter the dungeon, and they crawl it. I will be using some modified rule sets for this, but it will still be the 5e framework. And then whoever, if you survive or if you earn points and survive, you get to earn the ability to purchase prizes off the competition board. We'll eventually build a bracket system if we get enough involvement, and we'll have a tournament style live on Twitch to see who can survive the longest in a dungeon crawl. And I think for a lot of folks that are either practicing builds or practicing the game, dungeon crawls can be really fun for that. So I was inspired by some old stuff way back in the day, and now that I've done a pretty good job of mastering the whole Tailspire thing, I now have all the tools I need to really kind of build things and deliver them online for everybody that wants to enjoy them. So be sure to follow and like and do all the things down below in our Patreon, our Discord, and I'll give you our Discord really quick, and then I'm going to have a couple people mention what they do. And Shannon, why don't you go ahead and start with your projects?
Oh Lord. Okay, so many of them. First one, Umbilical Del Diablo, which is the link in chat for !odd. I know the English language sometimes. Sorry, I'm very tired. Umbilical Del Diablo is a Mage the Ascension 5th edition podcast. Quotation marks. Because 5th edition Mage doesn't truly exist. So we borrow from the Vampire the Masquerade and Mage rules and kind of homebrew them together. Well, I say we. It's absolutely all our storyteller that just kind of puts that together. And it is a story of some not so heroic people trying to navigate a morally gray world. And we have a sanity system that I have a love-hate relationship with. We're about halfway through the series once I release this next episode, which will be a little one-shot featuring Dan's character, Vincent. Because he wasn't able to make it to a session. So there was a special one-shot for Vincent, and things occurred. So you'll have to listen to that one.
I
Figure
was a special boy.
You were a special boy. Things occurred. Other things, Uncanny Pros, one of the other links in there. I play well, and we are gonna go fight a bad guy that Dan made and is scary. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. He's not good and bad stuff. I don't like him. Last announcement, I can't log into D&D Beyond on the computer, so if you see me playing on my phone, it's because my character sheet is on my phone. I'm sorry.
Hey, Dan, talk to us about what you got going on.
Mostly that thing that Shannon was talking about. That's my other big project is
Nice.
the Uncanny Pros, which, of course, Jason has already fired out into the beautiful chat. We're another 5e channel. We have a couple of ongoing games at the moment. My personal game is Twilight's Dawn, which happens semi-regularly every other week. And we are maybe hitting the climax of that story as we speak. So come on, tune in. There should be some pretty exciting junk happening. Alternatively, if you're real into cosplay, you can check out Uncanny Creations, which should be going on this next Tuesday, with Elle and Chloe, who are pretty experienced at the whole con scene, and it's really, really great work. And as soon as one of our brethren returns from a venture overseas, we shall be resuming our primary game, Heroes of the Realm, which has
Nice.
a wonderful journey through GUI Cube Adventure. Go check out and support GUI Cube. Great third-party developer for D&D content. Very, very fleshed out material.
Nice. And Ivar, talk about...
Sometimes Dan gets to kiss girls, and it's cool.
What?
There, like literally
Oh
your
yes,
last
Sarah.
Come on.
Yes. No. that
Ivar,
happened.
tell us about your artwork.
Oh, well, I retired recently, so I got to get back into my artwork, and I've been producing artwork for the show, for the games, doodles and pictures and things. I decided to put some of them up on Redbubble, and that's at Dark One Designs. And you can get T-shirts or stickers for your computers or whatever. So it's
You hear
It's a
that
work in progress.
enthusiasm of a retired person, right? I mean,
it's
it's
a work in
just
progress thing.
dripping with enthusiasm.
Sorry. I'm not a good self-promoter. I'm so great.
Ivar
I'm such a
is-
great artist. You should all get something from me.
Ivar is also my Squire brother. If you ever want to know about one of our other things that we spend a lot of time doing, go to S as in Sam, C as in Cat, A as in Apple, SCA.org. A Society of Creative Anachronism. We are reenactors, basically. He still does combat, which I'm embarrassed to say I don't, but a broken jaw, broken collarbone, broken foot, broken fingers later, when you are close to that 50 plus mark, it takes a lot longer for things to heal. And I'm now retired from the physical fighting, but I still get out there and sit in my lawn chair and root them on as I drink my morning beer and my Bloody Mary and my bacon sandwich and, the things that those of us that don't fight anymore in the SCA are known to do. But yeah, I don't heal as much as well as I used to, so I'm a little terrified to get out there. But Ivar still fights. He loves it. Full combat, full gear. One of these days we'll do a chat on the SCA so people can see what we're talking about, because we're nerds. It's what nerds do. They talk about their nerdism. Dara, you got anything going on?
I work.
But you
about
are a
it.
frontline worker. That matters. That counts.
Yes, I'm a physician assistant at the Los Angeles LGBT Center, so I do a lot of work with our HIV positive population, or transgender population with hormones, general
Nice.
primary care, sexual health, all of the things. So yeah, need a safe space, you can go there.
Support.
Absolutely. I think that's amazing. The stats from the CDC came out today. We are at our lowest point ever since a year ago. We hit a new milestone. Half of the United States population above the age of 18 has at least one shot. 44% have both. And they just approved for emergency use the was it the 16 to 12-year-old bracket will be getting their shots next. So yeah, it's and my buddy Cesare, which some of you know, is coming out hopefully on Sunday to help me set up my microphones so that by July, fingers crossed, we'll be doing a live Sunday or Saturday afternoon show from the Hemet Studios. I haven't decided what game to run for that yet, but I figure with my Wednesday game starting online in about a month, and then with the live in studio game, plus my partner in crime, Callista, said that we should play more board games with the Twitch audience. So we'll be doing that as well as a test to see how well everything is working. So other than that, folks, just click on the abouts down below. We do have a very busy Discord. If you'd like to come over and chat, have some fun, roll for free dice every week, come on over. It's a real blast. We have numerous games that you can listen into or even participate in. I am looking for more regular storytellers that want to run a game on my Discord. And if you don't want to hassle with the administration protocols of managing your own Discord, come on over. I'll create your own series of channels, categories, and you can just, run with it. If you're a little concerned about running an online game, hit me up. I'll walk you through it. And it's a year ago I would have told you I'd never do it, and here I'm doing it almost every day of the week. So it's an absolute blast. It can be done. It's not going to break the bank, and you can have these really fun game sessions going on. So housekeeping done, everything's done. I got one last thing to ask Shannon. Shannon, did you finish last night's episode yet?
No, that's what I was starting.
What?
But Fridays are very busy, and I only made it like 20 something minutes in. And ha!
I have just one sentence for you, Grayson. Long may he reign.
Touch your mouth! I have a sentence to keep stalling us because I don't want to die. Progenitus has a T-shirt, and everybody needs to buy Progenitus's T-shirt because I just found this and I want it on my body immediately. Okay.
Oh my god, I love you so much. All right, so with that, let's recap. Now, I know we missed the last couple Fridays with a lot of stuff that's been going on lately. If you're just showing up, as a reminder, exclamation dice to enter into the dice giveaway tonight. For the ship's eye, I believe we're doing the ship's eye dice tonight. I will repost the link later. But where we last left off, our team had managed to successfully defeat a rather strange creature while being hidden from the Avaste flagship that was anchored off of the Espis, like the air stanchion that the airship was able to, latch onto. There, Pharaoh did her best to dissuade them and convince them that no one was here. But then we found out after the fact, once you were no longer in hiding and came out after defeating the creature that had been basically pesking these croakers that are responsible for cleaning the brachial tubes of the massive community that resides on the back of the Brachiosaurus, the community known as Espis. There was, Pharaoh said that they weren't looking for you guys. Pharaoh had said that they were looking for a different individual, a rather Goliath, tall-looking individual that was supposed to deliver a metal box of information. This seemed to possibly, whether it does or doesn't, you guys are now in possession of said box, as well as knowing where this individual ended up. However, Harrow is now in possession of the conduit stone, as the untimely death, or timely, depending on how you look at it, of Somni left the stone in Harrow's possession. Harrow successfully bound to it. However, there are some challenges with it adhering to him, as well as some other interesting issues. No longer able to cast the effectiveness of the tower, or at least his recent attempt had an issue with it. And Harrow, I believe it was because of the book, was causing the issue. The book would not allow it to exist within a spell casting medium, which prevented you from revealing what the book potentially could offer you. Indeed. So with that, forcing you to seek slumber, rest at the Shifting Sands Tavern. All of you came in. It was Zephora. As all of you came in, Zephora looked down at the shin height of Harrow, only to see a very thin, glacial, glass-like thread get tripped. And that's where we last left off, folks. And let's go ahead and switch our screens really quickly. And where we last left off in the dark. Oh, that's too bad. So, unfortunately, tripping the wire means that, they get a surprise round on you. As soon as the wire is tripped, there is a puff of smoke off to your left, right near you, Harrow. You watch as this little red creature with wings comes into existence. You immediately look across to see an orcish individual jump up and start running towards you. Goblins and other individuals jumping up with either bows, swords, as about 5 or 6 individuals that you can make out are coming directly towards you. There are going to be 3 arrows going at you, Dara.
Bring it.
That is a 17, a 22, and a 15.
Okay, you don't have to bring it that hard. This will all hit.
Oh, yikes.
Shoot.
That is 12 points total of piercing damage. You guys watch doom, doom,
That's
doom,
acceptable.
as the arrows go streaking right at Dara. With that,
Oh.
Oh, it's floating.
Harrow, the little
Pretty
red
cool.
creature leaps at you. Give me athletics or acrobatics, please.
Despite how wimpy I am, I'm actually okay at athletics. Okay, not 14 plus 2, 16.
16. The red creature reaches for your neck and tries to grab at your neck, and you easily kind of fling him away from you as he tries to grapple you. Dara, you watch as an individual comes racing towards you. You watch as another one comes racing at you. Sephora, you watch as one of the archers comes racing towards you. Harrow, one of the gobos, comes up in base with you. The orc is content to stay in the background and is currently loading some kind of cylindrical object. And in the very back, another archer is reloading as he moves forward. So, Dara, you now have 2 melee strikes coming at you.
Cool.
That is a 11 and a 21.
The 11 will not hit.
That is 6 points of slashing damage. That guy used his reaction to shoot, so he's going to unarmed strike Yuzafar with a 9, which I believe will miss. And Harrow, you've got a melee attack coming at you, which is a 12.
Hit.
And that will be 4 points of slashing damage as all of these individuals begin to swarm amongst you. However, they seem to
He's
leave.
down. He's dead. He has a paper cut.
Well, I mean, I was already down 11, so I am pretty hurt.
Go ahead and let's roll for initiative, please.
I got a 19. Zephora got a 19.
Everybody roll, and then I'll call for the numbers.
Oh, okay.
Just makes it easier for me. That way I don't have to reorder it once the numbers come at me. 25 through 20.
20.
20 for Harrow. All right.
Is anybody else out there still having difficulties with D&D Beyond? I can't seem to get my hit points to budge.
They're definitely having issues today. So if you have to pen and paper it for today, no worries. We'll plug through. I'm actually
Harrow has
using
16. I said it out loud in case I forget.
15 through 19.
Oh, that's me, Zephora.
Okay, Sephora with a 19. What'd you get,
Yeah.
Gray?
14.
And what'd you get, Dara?
17.
17. Nice. 17 and 14. And oddly enough, that free action definitely worked in the surprise action. However, they rolled a 13, so they will be going last. So baddies go last. That means Haro, you are up. And then Zephora, you are on deck.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is first shout out an extremely fluent goblin. Nope. Why hit? Your stab, but not enemy. And then I will repeat the same thing in Orcish, but it's probably more like smash. If you smash, will hurt not. Friend, team up.
You're
Bargain.
appropriating my culture.
I am not trying to. I'm smashing.
Slaughtering the language.
You watch as blood begins to come out of Dara's ears.
I mean, same, because I also understand it.
Yeah. I mean,
And I got this little hovering guy.
Give me a persuasion check as you kind of do this. I'll let you do that
Okay.
as a free action.
Okay. Persuasion. That's a +1. Not as good. That's a 6.
Yeah,
I was so happy you gave me enemies with the 2 languages that I speak, but
the little rig creature in front of you is so irritated by your comment. He's going to use his reaction to punch you in the face. That'll be a 5 + 3, which is an 8. And the other gobbo is just kind of looking up at you like, kind of twisting its head and very confused, but shrugs his shoulders and goes back into like a patient defense, kind of like waiting to go at you. Anything else you'd like to do?
yeah. Let's oh boy, I am really not outfitted well for this. Well, the little guy who attacked me, I think I'm gonna have to. What sort of action is it to disengage, to pull myself away from combat?
Action.
That's an action.
Yep.
I think that.
But keep in mind, you are in base with 2 of them, so that would be a pretty good use of your action. That would get you out of base with both of them.
Yeah, I think that I am going to. I think that I'm going to disengage and hop behind the bar.
Okay, go ahead and give me acrobatics, please.
Much better. That's a nat 18 for
Nice.
an 18.
That will definitely get you behind the bar as you disengage and hop over to leave Gray.
Just put me as
standing
far
there.
back as what you think my movement will take me.
Yeah, that's pretty much where it's going to take you because you have to get over the bar as well.
Perfect. All good.
All right, that will finish Harrow's turn. Zephora, you are up, and then Dara is on deck.
Okay. I'll use Thorn Whip on the guy in front of me. There's
Yep.
a guy in front of me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I because you're playing a weird character, I just threw the sexy mini out there for you.
Oh, I like it. I love it. Exactly her. Very scantily clad. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
And you're using Thorn Whip, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Wow.
You watch
First time I've
as
ever
this
rolled double
Thorn Whip
sixes.
comes into existence, shrack, from his eye socket down to his collarbone. It just rips his flesh right open. You can even see the pulsing jugular vein kind of about to rupture as he's looking.
I told you to stop using words like pulsing.
He's looking pretty rough. That was a heavy-handed strike.
All right. That's my action.
I'm sorry.
And,
I'm sorry, Dan. Pulsing. Is there a problem with pulsing? Pulsing?
It's not as bad as undulating.
Anything else you want to do, Zephora?
Is the person on the right in base with me? The person on my right, or is it the person in front of me?
The person in front of you is in base with you. The person to your right is not quite in base with you. They are charging towards Dara. The one behind you is definitely in base with Dara.
Could I put myself between the little goblin guy and the guy I'm fighting without getting an opportunity attack hit on me?
Yes, you can. We'll put
Okay.
you.
Well, no, right in front of him to kind of block him from. There you go. Yeah, perfect.
Gotcha. And
Okay.
that will finish your turn. Dara, you are up, and then Gray, you are on deck.
All right, it is time to do some hurting.
Is it time to rage?
Yeah, I would like to rage because I'm not a barbarian. So Dara is gonna whip her
Blood
rapier out,
rage.
and I'm gonna start going for the first one in front of me.
It'll probably help if I highlight you, huh? One of these days,
Where am
I will remember. There you go.
Ah, great, excellent. Yes. So the one ahead, we're gonna take a slash at that one with a dirty 20.
Nice. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Excellent. That'll be 11 points of damage, and
Ooh.
then after she slashes into him, she's going to kind of, as part of the swoop, like make a slash across her leg so she can like invoke her blood curse.
Nice. Don't forget to
And so I'm
take.
gonna add another.
Yep. Take your damage.
That is 3 points of damage on me and 5 points of extra damage on the guy in front of me.
Nice. Don't forget,
And
folks.
his damage is going to be it's going to be radiant. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that one.
Okay. Don't forget, folks, exclamation dice to enter into the giveaway. All right. How much radiant damage?
That is 5 points. Of radiant.
5. Whew. You just bringing out your rapier, come right across his chest, and you can see rib cage and skin open up. He looks a little bit rough. Still on his feet, but he looks a little rough. You guys are dealing out some good damage.
All right. And then
Hello,
that
everyone.
will be. Oh wait, I have another attack. Just kidding. We're gonna get the other rapier out now. And that is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Excellent. All right. And that is going to be 5 points of damage just for that one.
And you follow up, jamming the blade in between the exposed ribs, bringing it back. A wash of blood kind of comes back with it. He's still on his feet, but he's looking rough.
Ah, fine. That's it. That's all I can do. I'll
All
try to
right.
like blow him over or something.
Do armpit farts?
He's a lady, okay?
They're armpit poots.
Gray, you are up, and then the baddies are on deck.
All right, since we're talking about words that we don't like, I'll use my bonus action to deal psychic damage to Dan by saying he reaches out to you between the bars with a will to live. Too soon? Too soon? All right. Are two of the most hurt people next to each other?
Let me give you your point of view so you can see what you can see. Sorry, still getting used to this. I would say your passive would definitely be high enough that the one in base with Dara is looking very rough, and then the one that was, or the one that was also in base with Zafara, the one with the crossbow, is also looking pretty rough.
Okay. Are those two within 5 feet of each other? I can't tell.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, square is 5 feet.
Dick. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. So I need them to make
Nice.
a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That will be a natural 1 plus 2, which is a 3, and a 12 plus 2, which is a 14.
Okay, the 14 saves, but the 12 does not.
Okay.
Or 2, whatever.
Reverse that.
Nine whole points of necrotic damage.
Nice. Watch and you went for both of them, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. The one in front of Zafora clings to his head as blood comes out of his nose and eyes, and he collapses to the ground. The other one hunches over from the psychic distress, the blood oozing from his mouth, but he just manages to stay on his feet. But he's looking.
I will actually use my free action to say to Harrow, you know that they can speak in whole sentences, right? Like it's not a thing that you have to. Okay.
My companions were clearly accented. Not you, of course. I ran with a very interesting crowd before.
All right. So with that, the baddies are going to go. Unless you want to move. Anything else you want to do, Gray?
No, I think I'm good there.
Okay, I'll finish your turn. The orc in the background is going to bring up his rifle and take a shot at you, Gray.
Does he move from the background to the full orc ground?
He's right here.
Boo. Boo.
I tried.
Got him.
Your vicious mockery is duly noted. He is going to take a shot at you. That is going to be a 15.
That's not it.
Does not hit. You watch as the musket fire goes right past your shoulder.
I'm sorry, musket fire?
Well, it's more of a musket than a rifle, yeah.
Okay, didn't know they had guns.
Gun?
Good to know.
We're just walking around here being fantasy people, and all of a sudden, goblins got gats.
Goblins Got Gas is the name of my new prog rock band.
T-shirt, t-shirt, please.
Gats.
I break out my Nina and dump these fools.
Zephora, you got one coming at you. That is a 23.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
And that is 8 points of slashing damage. Zephora, there are 2 coming at you.
I thought
That
you just told me 8 points.
No, Dara.
Oh, Dara.
Yeah.
Sorry.
2 coming at you. That is a 15 and a 7.
Miss.
Okay.
No, the 7 will miss.
No,
The other will hit.
no, that was for that was for Zephora that time.
I'm so confused. So which ones hit me?
The first ones I called out.
Okay.
The
But then
one.
I
There was
thought-
only one
okay.
attack on you originally. Zephora took an attack from him and him.
Okay.
This little guy is going to fly after Harrow.
His best friend,
Harrow, go ahead and give me a dex save, please, as a gout of flame comes out of its mouth at you.
What would you say if I didn't want to? Let's see. Nat 10 for a 10.
10. You will take 9 points of burning damage from the
What are you doing to me?
flaming
Ouch.
breath. And then
He's doing to you what you do to me every session that I catch on fire.
and
Hey, you were fine.
and Gray, there's an arrow shot coming at you. That
What if
is
there wasn't?
that is a 17.
There.
What if it
Wait. There's
It
not.
misses.
Yes. So Dara is gonna use one of her blood curses. When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, you can use your reaction to roll a Hemocraft die, subtract it from the creature's attack roll. So I can do it after the roll, but before you determine whether it'll succeed.
Sorry, I missed this. It misses. It misses.
Well, I thought you had a 17. Damn it.
No, I said, what if it didn't?
The whole
And then
fight
he
stops
rolled and
just
then
in
said it
time.
didn't.
The whole fight
Dara,
stops, right?
Penny, it's okay.
And Dara
Okay.
looks
Sorry.
and just gives you that kind of no love for you tonight look as she was trying to help you, and Gray's just like, but it missed. It missed. As the arrow
It's okay. It's okay.
zips right in between the two of you having this conversation, thunk, kind of sticks into the wall behind you. That will finish round 1. We are now on round 2. Harrow, you are up, and then Zephora, you are on deck.
So the thing right in front of me has not been hurt? It's
It-
not one of the things that's been
No,
messed up?
that has not been struck yet.
Okay. I would really have liked if someone had hurt the thing that has a lot of likely fire resistance when my best offensive option is Firebolt.
And I totally forgot about that too. That is so funny.
I'm gonna pick an ideal 20-point spot if I can, so he's just in the corner of it to try and not catch me or Grayson. And I'll cast Sleep.
Oh,
Let's see. That is 5d8. May my
I
rolls
have
be
1d4 now.
4.
And you're casting sleep on the creature, right?
Yes.
No, on himself, he's just gonna take a quick power nap. And
He could probably use it, so I understand.
Who knows? Maybe these things don't sleep. Maybe I'm an idiot. Best offensive option right now. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Does it have 19 hit points or lower?
You guys watch as Harrow casts the spell, and the creature just goes. Get the feeling that it might be immune to sleep.
I have no offensive options against this creature. I am going to try and leave next turn. Meanwhile, I will put my hands over my head.
Okay, that'll finish your turn. Zephora, you are up.
I'll use one of my key points and make a flurry of blows against the two people that are in front of me.
Okay.
So 18. I got an 18 plus. What's it going to be? Attack. 18. A 24.
That'll definitely hit.
So I'm going to hit that dude that I already hit with this one.
Okay.
And he's going to take 4 points of damage.
You watch as the vines lassos around the neck, and you yank
No, this
back.
is just a punch.
Oh, you're doing a punch.
Yeah,
Well, in
flurry
that
of blows.
case, you bring your fist directly through the trachea, grab onto the windpipe, rip it out, and he collapses to the ground.
Okay.
I think that one might be in trouble.
I'm smiling now, but my smile is just
Maniacal and creepy.
maniacal and creepy. Yeah. Now
I'm
the
just
other.
imagining maniacal smile holding a trachea.
Hey, maniacal and creepy is my vibe. I won't tolerate any creep into it.
And 17 on the goblin right there to hit.
That one will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
God damn it. Roll you. 3. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And my third hit. 19.
19 will hit. Roll for damage.
And another 6 points of damage.
Nice. You just bam, bam into the rib cage. You hear bones crack under your blows. Still on his feet. He's holding his own.
Okay. If there's any blood on my hand, I lick it off.
Okay, that's just gross. The only thing really in your hand is a trachea, so I get it. It's cool.
Oh, okay. All right.
That'll finish your turn. Dara, you are up, and then Gray, you're on deck.
Okay. We're gonna do that again. So take the rapier up for another hit.
Yep, go for it.
That is maybe not. That's a 15. Hit.
15 just misses.
Oh, okay. Guess what? I have another one. That is a 17 to hit.
17 will definitely hit.
All right. So that will be 10 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
With
You're
the-
using rapiers, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they piercing?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Because they don't have an edge.
Okay.
I mean, you can do it kind of. Depends. Like,
I mean, you could do a Daria like Zorro.
Sorry.
Cool. No, I just in case it was you,
Sorry.
unless you wanted slashing, it's no big deal. I just like
Apparently, this is my night to just like get confused and not hear things. So.
I'm with you. It's all good.
It's my own fault for being sassy. I'm sorry.
So you just missing with the first, the second one comes around and gets him like right in the gut area. As you jam it into his gut, you watch as he leans back and just with like a rat-like face hiss, spits right into your face. Go ahead and make a dex save, please.
Rude. That is a 20. that will be a 23.
So you'll take half damage. You'll take half of 10 points of acid damage as it spits a
Okay.
globule of acid into your face.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like
Did-
to do?
Not unless he needs to take his other 4 points of radiant damage. That'll be it.
Nope, he is good. He's still on his feet, but that was a good strike. All right, that'll finish your turn. Gray, you
Okay.
are up. Zephora is directly in front of you. Dara is off to your right. Harrow is engaged with some red, creepy flying thing. You can see an orc kind of. Your passive is high enough. You get the feeling that the heavier set orc in the background is probably controlling a spell of some sort. And you can still see another Gabo way in the back that's been firing arrows at you as well.
All right. Would I know anything about how this red creature would feel about radiant damage?
You definitely get the feeling that watching Harrow fail to put it to sleep and watching the gout of flame that crashed into Harrow, you definitely get a feeling that this is either a fey or fiend-like creature of some sort. And you pick up that radiant probably will do something to it.
All right, let's not futz about, shall we? A guiding bolt. I see that
Futz
my gentleman friend
Did
over
you
here is in trouble.
really
Nah,
just futz about?
shit.
Did you want some
Futz.
applesauce and cookies?
Applesauce? What's that?
Yes,
Come here.
sauce. Yeah, I know. I blew it.
Shaw.
It is an apple fortress, the apple schloss.
It's the
Yes.
apple
Yes.
schloss.
Yeah.
Right before I give you the
We did
streusel.
it with apple
The
trees
streusel.
and apple pie and is beautiful place. Apple schloss.
Apple schloss. It's Caleb's
You gonna
favorite
let
dish.
me do damage to help you, or like no?
Thank
Do
you.
you nope, you're just gonna
Dad's like, thank you, dear. I appreciate you.
You honey. Okay, so I upcast to 2nd level, and I'm about to roll damage because that was a 25 to hit, and that if that doesn't hit,
That definitely hits.
okay.
Thank God.
Well, it wasn't my best roll, I'll be honest. 16 points of radiant damage.
Nice. As you stand there with this thing like hovering right in front of you, you watch as this bolt streaks from where Gray is standing, crashes into the back of the creature. It just kind of hisses at you and looks over its shoulder. That did a significant amount of damage to it. It's looking a little bit rough from that strike.
Cool, and I'll just run over behind it just to try to distract it. Look at me over here, the one who hurt you. Meow.
Okay.
And it's glowing, so the next attack on it has advantage.
Yes, it does. With that, the baddies are up. The big guy is going to charge into Zephora. The archer is going to take a shot at Dara. You've got a strike coming at you from the red creature, Haro. That is a 22.
That one I will save Paro.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the reduction from a 22?
Well, I have to roll. I
Go
think
for it.
for the reduction. Give
Go
me
for it.
one
Yep.
second. I will do this and be helpful.
That's good because his AC is like 9.
Yeah,
I can.
and-
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a 10.
It will be... We're gonna subtract 5 from that.
That's a 17. Harold, does a 17 still hit?
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I tried.
That is
Good effort.
7 points of slashing damage as this one of the claws goes as he hisses at you, slashing at your chest.
You know how I feel about that.
No, I don't.
Not well.
Unconscious, I believe was the joke, because he fell over his side.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have that screen up. Okay. You guys watch this. You guys. Yeah.
That
Well,
was
I was.
funny to everyone but you, Jason.
I wasn't watching either.
I had the other board up, so like an idiot. Didn't see
Yeah, I
that.
was reading something for a thing I could do.
Okay.
Well, for the
Oh, I'm
audience,
glad I ran
it
over.
was hilarious.
So Harrow, you are now unconscious behind the bar. Something I think
Well,
even
wait,
Dan
Zero
knows quite
stable
well.
but unconscious? Sorry?
What's that?
Zero, is that stable but unconscious, or am I awake?
You're unconscious. Zero is always
Okay.
unconscious. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, got it.
That
Alright.
saves territory.
Okay, cool. That's been different in multiple different editions.
And you then watch Gray as the creature hovers just over him and blasts.
Wait, attack of opportunity! Attack of opportunity!
Yeah, I'll
It
let you
moved
do
out
it.
of my space.
Yep, go
Yeah.
for it. Yep.
I smack it with my. I do have a thing. I don't know why I'm looking at that tab because that tab does not have my character sheet. It's been a day, guys. It's been a day. There's my actions. I have a thing. Mace. I smack it in the butt with a mace with advantage because of myself.
Go
Thank
for
you,
it.
me.
Radiant ass slapping with the mace. Here.
Okay, well, my advantage dice that is usually special and good and stuff got a natural 1. But the other one is a 21.
That'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Hell yeah. Great. Come on. Damage. That'd be 3 points of damage because I rolled a 1.
3.
Fun.
I mean, as it moves away from you, you take a big chunk of its flesh like out. It was about to unleash its fiery breath onto Harrow, but even though you didn't quite kill it, you definitely got its attention, and it will not finish off Harrow, and it turns to face you.
Why would you go for a downed opponent when you have me? Are you a coward?
Its head tilts and looks at you, looks at the unconscious form of Harrow, and seems confused by your conversation.
I would be confused too if I was an intelligent creature.
That'll finish its turn. Dara, you have an arrow coming at you for a 19.
Yep.
That is 4 points of piercing damage. It's you watch as an arrow grazes along your shoulder and collarbone. The little rat-like creature in front of you. 14.
No.
You watch as he takes that butcher's knife, swings it at you, and misses you. Zafara, the goblin coming at you. That is a 7 that will miss. And then the orc individual is going to make 2 attacks on you. That is a 22 and a 15.
22 hits.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That'll be 12
Ah.
points. 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay, hang on a second. My D&D Beyond just went down, so 12 points, you said?
Yep. 12 points of slashing damage. Yes,
Okay.
folks. D&D Beyond is having issues. I wonder if my extension is working on Twitch. I didn't check it, actually.
Just going to check and see if this one's working here.
Nope. I just checked it because I have it open.
Oh, you do?
Mine has been working all night. Like, I guess I'm the lucky one.
Well, aren't we cool?
Mine has been
and
working
no,
all
it-
night. Like, I guess
it-
I'm the
awesome.
lucky one.
It's coming up for me. It's coming up over on the right
Aren't
side.
we
So
cool?
seems to be working when I take a look at it. Interesting.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it with
I mean-
my special eyes.
My
I don't
specialized.
see it. The bread.
My brand.
All right, that will finish the baddie's turn. We're now at the top of the third round. Harrow, you are up, and then Zephora, you're on deck.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Don't die.
Well, we've inched closer in the direction of dying than 9.
Stop it.
Got 1 boop.
So what are you doing, Harold?
Nothing. I lay on the ground and I get worse.
1 failure.
1 failure indeed.
Okay. That will finish your turn. Zephora, you are up. And then Dara, you're on deck.
Okay, Thorn Whip to the little red dude because he's causing a lot of problems over there.
All right. Go for it.
So,
What's the range
damn,
on that?
30 feet.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely in range.
I'm sorry, I was trying to look at my non-existent character sheet. Hang on a second. Plus 7.
Okay.
17.
17 will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, okay. And I know it's a spell, but it's a melee attack. Can I take backstab with that?
It is in base with Gray, so yeah, that would be sneak attack.
Okay.
I mean, when you say backstab, you're kind of showing your age there, buddy.
I know. That's right. Whatever the PC is. For it now.
Would you like me to look up the rear armor class for you as well, sir?
So it'll be 8 points of damage total.
Let me pull out my THACO chart really quick and see if you have an opportunity to do anything other than sit there.
I've got a
Oh,
-2
okay.
armor, sir. Come at me.
Rub it in.
With that, you all watch as a thorn whip shoots out of Savara, striking the creature and shredding it out of existence.
Well, most of us watch.
Yeah, you're snoozing the soon
Some
to
of us
be.
aren't conscious for it.
Anything else you want to do, Sephora?
Let's see. I just want to read my feature real quick.
Hey, Bitter Kiwi, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good?
Yep.
Good? You good? Because we all know you're bad, Ivar. You're a bad person. Bad.
I am a bad person.
That'll finish Sephora. Dara, you are up, and then Gray, you're on deck.
Okay, I really need this thing ahead of me to die. So, I'm gonna attempt to do that.
Okay.
And that is a good roll. That was a 19. That is a 24.
That'll
to hit.
Yep, that'll definitely hit.
All right. And that is 6 points of piercing damage.
You once again, your rapier getting the other side of its abdomen, streak of blood coming out. It grabs at its stomach, slightly hunched over, blood trickling from the corner of its mouth. It's looking very rough.
And that was enhanced by 3 points of radiant damage.
And you watch as you pull out the rapier. There's a brief glimmer as you pull out the blade, and the creature tumbles to the ground.
Huzzah.
Yes.
But wait,
Yes.
there's more. I have
What?
another rapier attack.
What makes the
How
grass
far
grow?
is the next dude from me?
There are
5 feet
2
away?
that are in base with Sephora. They're both about 10 feet away from you.
Okay, I'll go, I guess, to the one that looks like it's been hurt the most. I guess closest to that one to hit that one.
Goblin. Yeah.
Great. That is a 19 to hit the goblin.
That'll definitely hit. Roll for damage. And for those of you just joining, make sure you put exclamation dice in the chat to win some dice tonight.
7 points of damage.
Nice. As Sephora, you watch as Dara comes up right alongside you, and without even looking, you watch as the rapier goes right into the center chest of the gobbo, and he collapses to the ground.
And then I'll look at Sephora and just be like, sup.
I just look at the orc and just go, "You're all going to die."
And the orc just looks at you in perfect, like, well, I mean, to be fair, there's just me. It's not an all statement you should be saying. I mean, technically, you should say you, because I'm standing in front of you. And then
All right, what he's doing is worse than the thing that I did to make fun of
Okay,
him.
well, I'm gonna tell him in Orcish, I kill you, you all die dead.
And then he goes, well stated. And he holds up his hand. And,
Yes, quite fine command of the language. Forgive my poor accent.
And as he holds up his hand, give me a wisdom save, please.
All right.
With advantage for sass?
Maybe if it was coming from you, Shannon, definitely. But, you know, Ivar's expected. I do miss your vicious mockeries. Those were
22.
some fun. 22, you will save. You feel this kind of momentary, like, why would I hit my best friend? This guy's my best friend. And then you shake your head and realize he just tried to charm you.
Hmm.
And that will finish his
Shake it up.
reaction.
Shake it up.
So, Dara, that finishes your turn. Gray, you are up. You are on the other side of the bar, over by where Harrow is, lying unconscious on the floor.
Buttering his
Is
lights
he
out.
the only standing enemy, that gentle person?
There is a archer in the background right there, and then the orc engaged with Zephora.
All right. Let's do the suboptimal thing that Harrow would hate if he was conscious. I'm going to jump over the bar and revive him with my cure wounds.
Give me acrobatics. Give me acrobatics, please.
Just saying mathematically, yet another turn to heal the guy who can't do much right now. And
she's saying you're number one, Dan. You're number one. You're number one.
End the fight quicker. I'm in no immediate danger.
18?
18, that'll be good enough. You land right beside the unconscious form of Harrow.
You didn't step on him.
Well, if she rolled a 1, I would have said she did a point of damage falling on him, which would have given Dan another failed saving throw right off the bat.
Okay,
Whoops.
I'll cast it at first level because it's not like he can hold that many hit points anyway.
Fair enough.
I really don't. I'm a skinny boy.
You never want to overfill them. They tend to explode when that happens.
Yeah, don't heal someone too much.
That's at least a third of a Harrow.
A third of a Harrow, 4 hit points.
I mean, 10.
Oh,
that
10
is
hit points.
Nearly exactly a third of a Harrow.
All right. Anything else you want to do, Gray?
Reach down and pull him to his feet.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do that. He is not considered prone at the start of his next turn. That will work. That will finish your turn, Gray. So the baddies are up. And let's see. Gabo is going to take a shot at you, Dara. Ooh, that will be a natural 20.
Oh, how nice
Canceled.
of it.
Ooh, who's canceling it? Is that you, Gray?
I can't actually do that.
Oh,
But
okay.
I said it with enough confidence that I was hoping. It would work.
Hey,
tap
initiative
2
ring.
and
Thanks
a
for the raid,
generic
man.
for
Really
And I
appreciate it.
counterspell it.
We're in the middle of a classic bar fight where I'm losing and they're winning, as always. I'm always losing.
I mean, he only almost killed one of us so far.
So, Dara, that will be 18 points of piercing damage
Ooh, that's spicy.
as the arrow is now
That's
stuck
half
like
a arrow.
right in the edge of your rib cage, and you're looking down at the fletching, the goblin with a big toothy grin on its face.
I feel a little less hardy than a Harrow.
Wait, we're currently or when I had full health?
The Harrow was at full health.
Okay.
Hey, for those of you rating, be sure to put in exclamation dice and get a chance to win some cool Viridian dice that we're giving away tonight. So the big guy in front of you, Zephora, is going to take 2 swings at you.
Okay.
That's going to be a 19 and an 18.
Both hit.
That'll be 19 points of slashing damage.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
And let's see, with his bonus action, he is going to cast. Yeah, he's going to bring another one of those in for his bonus action, but it will have summoning sickness.
Are we actually playing Magic the Gathering right now? Do not cast haste on that guy. I don't want him swinging on my boy.
Cast haste on that guy? What?
So another one of those red creatures comes into existence, and that'll finish that guy's turn. We are now at the top of the 4th round. Harrow, you are now back on your feet, helped up by Gray. You have some life put back into you. You can hear your chest beating with the intensity of combat. You are up. What would you like to do? And Zephora, you are on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna take.
You're on deck, Zephora. You're on deck.
Oh, okay.
Aro
Sorry,
is up.
I'm missing the batter's box. Okay.
I am going to look at the goblin, and in my sincerest goblin, I'm going to say, you and I, we are but pawns in the grand scheme of things. I shall look to change that for both of us, you and I. I shall seek to make a world in which beings such as us no longer battle for the desires of the powerful, but should have not killed. No. Now make smoosh smoosh burn, and I will cast firebolt at it.
Are you
just gonna stand there and speak, or are you gonna try to fucking kill me?
I roll 17.
17 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Ooh,
I use my reaction to just turn to Harrow and say, "What the fuck was that?"
do you speak goblin?
No, not at all.
But to be
I
fair,
just assume that it's
Gray,
offensive.
I mean, Gray, yeah, right. Gray brings you back to life, and the first thing you do with life is you monologue.
That.
Yeah, you monologue. You clearly monologued.
Yeah, no, I just stand up. I think it's as I'm standing up, I'm like...
Stand up, you say, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
You're all
Actually,
pink and getting burnt.
in Goblin, that all took about 2 syllables, so... Anyway, I rolled a nat 8 and then a nat 1 on damage, so 9.
9 points. First time he's been hit, but the bolt striking him in the shoulder. You watch as part of his armor and part of his shoulder kind of breaks away. You see bone and flesh exposed from the strike, and there's like a nice, clean, emberish kind of residue from the strike. And he just kind of looks at you and kind of beginning to look around and seeing all of his companions on the ground. You get the first hint of a little bit of concern on its face.
Goblin Butler.
Better be scared.
Anything else you would like to do, Harrow?
I'm gonna lean down.
Okay, you got full cover by leaning down. Good to know.
Thank you.
With that, Zephora, you are up, and then Dara, you are on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna use. Let me get to my features. What do I have? Oh, come on. There it is. I'm gonna use another flurry of blows
Okay.
on the orc. 13. A 19.
19 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Sorry, I gotta go looking at this stuff on the other screen here.
I know, you can always tell when we take a 2-week break, we're like, oh, what do I do again? Where's my hit points? What am I using?
So the first one will be 4 hit points of damage.
Okay.
Is he on? Hopefully he's not making any concentration. Uh, 18.
18 will
To
hit as
hit.
well. I need to do con
Si-
on the first one. Okay, he saves. Go ahead.
6 points of damage.
Okay. Let me do con on that one as well. He saves. We're good.
15.
15 to hit. That'll miss.
Yeah, that'll miss. Okay.
Okay. That'll end your turn unless you want to move.
Well, shoot. No, I'm good.
Okay. You stay there. Dara, you are up, and then Gray, you're on deck.
Cool. And I'm so the red thing. There's still the orc and the red guy, right?
As far as you can tell, there is also the goblin right there in the background.
Okay. Okay, so I would go for the orc guy.
All right. Be a little bit of scrunchy movement there to get in base.
18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Excellent. That'll be 4, 5, 6. That is 7 points of piercing damage with an additional 5 of radiant.
Nice. You watch as you find some space in his armor and rip it out, and glowing blood from the radiant effect streaking out.
And then that is a 16 to hit. I think that one.
Nice.
16 hits. Okay.
That just barely hits. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought my 15 didn't hit, so hopefully that did. And that is another 6 points of piercing.
Another 6 points. Just, yeah, both rapier shots sinking in to the midriff, coming back. He's still on his feet. He took the damage.
All right. All right, I will keep my stance there.
Okay, you'll stay there. That'll bring us to Gray. Gray, you are up. You're standing along Harrow on the other side of the
Alright.
bar. Harrow has now ducked down completely under the bar. You were right there.
Okay. So, but the orc over there has been messed up decently?
He's been bloodied, but he's in the fight. The Gobbo's been struck in the shoulder, and the red creature is now hovering nearby. Oh, wait, I need to roll. He maintains his concentration.
All right, well, let's do something about that, shall we? I will heroically leap over the bar and hopefully don't break my nose.
Give me an acrobatics, please.
All right. Heroic, based on the way that I say it, with conviction. That's a natural 20.
Yes.
So heroic.
Yeah, you actually do it very
yeah.
heroic style, enough to the point where, the Gobbo's like shocked that suddenly you're standing there as he was taking another aim at Dara.
Aha! I ignore him completely and go for the orc. And I smack him in the face with a mace.
Go
Because
for
why
it.
not?
Go for it.
Okay, well, that is inside my keyboard. Let's use a different dice now. This one. That's another natural 20.
Nice.
Bitch.
Times 2 or twice the dice. It's up to you.
Let's go with twice the dice.
Always better roll more dice.
Yeah, it is. All right, and I will also, I believe it is a bonus action. Bonus action, bonus action. Are you a bonus action? Nope, it's channel divinity. 2. Hit him with a touch of death. Yes, you heard that correctly. Touch of death. So the total of that damage is 30.
30? Holy
Just a
shit.
casual 30.
You watch as this mace comes crashing down right into the side of his head. It splits the skull in, and you watch as the brain matter kind of squishes out the other side. Both him, he collapses to the ground, and the creature disappears.
God.
And then
That
I
was-
drop my mace like a
Spoons.
microphone. And then I go, my hands were slick. I was nervous. Sorry. I didn't think about that.
Boom.
And that brings
Gray
us
out.
Gray out. That'll bring us
Awesome.
That'll bring us to the baddie, who is going to take a.
I just look at him. On my turn, I just look at him.
Yeah. He's actually going to take a shot before he runs. So he is going to take a shot at Harrow. Nope, you're under the counter. He can't see
I
you.
was gonna say he can try.
He'll take a shot at Gray, since he is more than 5 feet away. That is a 19.
I suppose I'll allow it.
That's 9 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And then 5, 10. He's going to try to leap over the bar because he does not know that Harrow's on the other side. And he actually does it. He leaps over and onto the bar, trying to make his way away from the three of you. But does not see Harrow. That will finish the bad guy's turn. That takes us to the top of the 5th round. Harrow, you are up, and then Zephora, you're on deck.
We gonna be dropping bops, more firebolts.
Go for it. He's standing like right on the bar, looks to see you. He kind of screams and tries to turn away from you.
Hello.
Hello, baddies.
22.
That definitely hit. Roll for damage.
You want to know something crazy? I didn't even roll that good. 7 plus 3, 10 damage that time.
The blast of the
Hello.
bolt catches him square in the chest. You watch as the embers cascade past him. You can see the armor fail underneath the strike, but he's looking incredibly rough, but still on his feet.
I'm unconcerned. All of my allies are jumping upon him in the next few seconds.
Okay.
I trust someone can handle this.
Finish your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to Zephora. You are up, and then Dara, you're on deck.
Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? Thorn whip. Yeah, I'll just do it. I'll do my thorn whip. Okay. 18. 25. Oh, no, wait. 18, 19, 20, 23.
23 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 points of damage, and he's pulled 10 feet toward me.
You watch Harrow as the whip streaks from where Zephora is standing, strikes the goblin in the back of the head, and then the whip comes out through the eye socket. And then you watch as the corpse is picked up and dragged back 10 feet and then collapses to the ground. With that, looking around, you don't seem to see any other individuals. The 5 corpses laying out in different variations of a death throw after you guys encountered with them. All the patrons begin to kind of scuttle out from underneath tables behind bars and begin to poke their heads up. The door opens up and in bursts Igor with a handful of the Espis guard and he begins, wait, what's going on in here? As he's like looking around to see the corpses, and then some of you covered with the remains of blood.
I'm wounded. Help.
Oh. Okay.
Dara goes into her pack and just tosses him like a self-suture kit.
Yes. Thank you. That was very good in that helping from that random unprovoked attack we just suffered.
Nothing left. Ah.
So with that, creatures lie at your feet. The patrons seem to rush over to Igor, a couple of them. In fact, the barkeep leaps over the bar to rush towards Igor and begins to fill him and the other guards in on what happened. What would you guys like to do? We are no longer in initiative order at this point.
Uh,
I collect
Well-
something from the orc.
Okay.
Yeah. About a pound of thigh meat.
Give me a sleight of hand, please.
All right.
Well then.
I will absolutely actually go heal Harrow because that's who I am as the person.
18.
thank goodness.
You begin to carve. It's going to take you a few minutes to carve out the meat. Two of the Espis halfling guards are kind of hovering over you as you begin to do this. And one of the guards goes, "Oh, okay. Well, we'll just wait here till you're done doing whatever it is the fuck you're doing. And be glad to take that off your hands."
Yeah, I got some stuff on it. Oh, sorry. All right, sorry. All right. Yes, we have to collect things off of their bodies.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just stand over here. Are you going to eat that?
Maybe.
We're definitely going to stand over here. Nice handiwork.
I've got a lot of practice at it. Okay. And then whatever, if he's got something on his belt or whatever on his body, rings, anything like that.
Go ahead and give me investigation while you're doing that. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I made an attempt to heal Harrow, but it's only 11 hit point.
That's up to 2/3 now.
That's up to 2/3 of a harrow.
17 for my investigation.
Okay. Dara, what are you doing with your time?
I'd probably want to, I guess, talk to the guards or talk to whoever came in, try to figure out like what happened.
Fair enough.
Why?
There's at least 4 of the Espis halfling guards that are now kind of ushering the crowd away, keeping the area somewhat cordoned off. Igor is standing there with his arms crossed, kind of looking at the at what's been clearly what has just recently transpired in the Shifting Sands Tavern. Sees you come walking towards him. "Well, lass, you're not gonna try to kiss me and kill me, are you? Is your friend, well, anyways, what happened?"
Absolutely not.
We were
So what-
attacked.
You're investigating over the other side there, Zephora.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was
Yeah.
talking about
we
kissing
were,
and
we were
killing me.
attacked. I mean, we had gotten rid of them by the time you arrived, but what did you hear? Who brought you in? Like, what? Have you heard anything about people
One of
around?
one of the patrons came running out screaming that there was a fight.
Which patron?
He looks around. I don't see him. He's not here. He might be
Okay.
outside.
Okay. I guess after that, I want to like talk to patrons to try to. I'm not sure the best way to go about this. I'll see if he can come out with me and point them out and start there. I'd want to try to talk to the one that ran to got help. Like,
Okay. 2 of you kind of head out the door to try to track down this patron that came running to gather the guard. Hera, what are you doing with your time as you and Gray are standing there? You feel Gray's, they do a good job of healing you, getting some of those hit points back.
Yes, very good, Gray. Thank you. I feel much better.
Can't tell if you actually feel better or not because the way you said those words doesn't sound like you actually. Do you need more healing? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Can't you tell?
Well, you see, you almost always have the same tone of voice of like, nah, so it's kind of.
I don't know what you mean. I'm being entirely sincere right now.
You see,
That
if I
was
could
good,
see like.
damn it.
if
What you
could-
did was
I-
fine. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
appreciate
you see,
it.
can you shut up? So if I could like see your like facial expression, I could like read the emotions like easier. I'm just putting that out there.
Yes,
Just
I imagine you could. Yeah. Well, best that neither of us think of that horror show. In any
okay.
case,
So okay. So you gave me the ability to earn making you a crown. Can you set me a challenge to be able to see your face, just you and I, one time? Just once. And if it's horrifying, then, now I know.
Ray,
Hero.
you've requested sincerity. I'm going to give it to you. I actually do rather enjoy your company, despite all of the antics both of us have gotten up to that have frustrated or demeaned one another. But I'm going to request this very nicely just once. Don't ever ask me that again, please. For the sake of the relationship that we've developed.
But if you like almost die again, just like a little, just like a peek, just like a sneak peek. I just like I scrape you off the ground so often. Hero, please.
I'm going to get up and begin to walk over to the goblin who brought another creature into this world. See if there was a spell book involved in that.
Okay, you're hovering over the orc that seemed to be involved with whatever that red creature was. Give me an investigation check. Gray, you watch as Hera walks away. What do you want to do?
Just say I thought that was a compelling argument. Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm sure
can
you
I
did.
look for any? I was mumbling that to myself, sir. Okay. Is there any evidence as to why we were randomly attacked in the bar?
Make an
Uh,
investigation check.
That's
Zafar,
not going to go well.
Zephora,
Yeah.
as you're finished carving off this little bit of thigh meat and you stash it into one of your packs, you begin to rummage through the remains of this creature. There's not much on it. It's wearing very simple lizard skin armor with like metallic like bolts kind of festooned into it, almost giving it a studded look. You do find a small lizard skinned pouch on it with 5 tokens. You see that its blade is lying alongside of it, very crudely manufactured, crudely cut. There are tattoos on its body. Go ahead and give me a quick history check, please.
Okay. 9.
9. Yeah, they don't look familiar to you at all. That's pretty much all you find on
Okay.
this creature. Dara, as you and Igor Strongbone make your way out into the front, there are 2 additional Espis guards standing there. The 2 halflings look to see Igor step out. The 2 of you looking left and right, there is a crowd of people coming and going, like the usual Espis crowd that's coming and going. Igor stops to look at one of the guards. The tall gentleman that was here, did you see where he went? And they look at him and go, they kind of shrug their shoulders. No sign of the person that seemed to call on the guards to arrive.
Okay. Oh, can I roll to see if maybe I would have recognized if anybody who I had maybe noticed in there was kind of still milling about outside?
You want to go back inside?
I thought they were all being ushered out. Sorry.
Well, they were being ushered and off, but you and Igor left to go look out front. So some of the patrons are
Right.
still inside the tavern.
So yeah, I'll come back in and then just start talking to patrons.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Hera, what'd you get on your investigation?
I did a fun face because I got a nat 20/25.
Nice. As you're hovering over this orcish individual, he is wearing a bit of an upscaled version of a chainmail set of armor. Probably what was making it very difficult to hit him.
Yes.
You see a you do see a magical focus that's hanging around his neck. It would appear that that's what he was using to focus on the particular magics that he was using.
Useless.
You don't find an immediate spell book, but there is a messenger pouch that is attached to his belt. It does seem to be containing some documents inside of it.
Oh. I will take the foci to sell to some other vulgar petty hedge witch or others who use such things.
And grabbing it and pulling it off of his neck, you do recognize it as a symbol of Telona.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Hmm.
Gray, what'd you get on your roll?
I also made a face because that's another natural 20 for 22.
Looking across the way, you can see where Harrow has taken something off the individual that he's hovering over. Zephora, you watch as she tucks some meat into a bag and begins to pilfer the remains of this particular creature. You also watch as Dara and Igor come back into the tavern. Looking around, there is a section of the wall where there was the statue, and they begin to realize there's something gleaming. Just it catches their eye just momentarily.
Okay, well, I'm a magpie, so I go poke it with my fingers.
You head over in that direction. You see the remains of the coiled trap. That glass wire is the remains of that wire coiled at the feet of the statue. You also look that attached to the statue is a strange organic matter that is also attached to the remains of this glass wire.
Somebody trip over something?
It's possible. Looks like something that was triggered.
Yeah, I just tried out to the bar.
Okay.
I'm a bit shaken by being knocked unconscious, but I think I might have tripped something.
Why does that shake you when it happens like every 5 minutes?
Are you being petty about the mask thing?
Are you not used to staring at the face of death? Like, I feel like that's a thing you would get used to. I guess. So this wire.
I'm a powerful magi. I carry ancient and powerful magics from all across the desert.
Uh-huh. You sure do.
I am a force of raw destruction and creation.
I could hit you in the face and you would fall.
Dara, you and Igor come into this conversation between the two of them. Igor looks out. Are you two going to be okay? Is everything fine?
No, I'm afraid my pride has suffered a mortal wound.
Oh, mortal.
I'm not quite sure how he has pride still, with the thing. With
Would you like a water coin for those burns?
I'm gonna go talk to the bartender.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hello? I'm looking for her name momentarily. Who is this? No, that's not Palea. Palea is over there. My name's Ahat. Can I... Thank you for not making too much of a mess. I appreciate that. You're quite scary.
Do you let people set traps for people in your tavern often, or is this the first time for you?
Well, it's not a matter that we let. Why would you? Are you accusing me of something?
Well, those people set a trap that was sprung when we walked in the door. You probably had to see him do something.
Well, that's the strange thing. I don't remember seeing them here at all. To be honest with you, give me an intimidation check. You're doing that creepy face thing again.
That's not very. I don't have very good intimidation. 6.
Well, it's not necessarily my job to keep you from being a target of somebody else's decision to try to kill you. I run tavern. I run the tavern. That's my job. You're not my job. If you have a problem with it, you go talk to the guards.
So no one paid you off?
Your questions are strangely accusatory. I don't know. And she just kind of mumbles under her breath and walks away from you.
I think it may have struck a nerve there.
What's her name?
Earhart.
Earhart.
Amelia?
That's where she is.
She's in another fantasy land.
We found her.
We found
Of
her.
course.
Land of the Lost.
Quick, now look
Okay.
for her plane.
All right.
What are you guys doing? What'd you get for your persuasion, Dara?
That was a 2.
Yeah, I mean, every time you try to strike up a conversation with the few remaining patrons that are kind of,
Oh,
yeah, they just,
excuse me.
I mean, as sexy as you are kind of covered in the blood of the people lying on the ground.
Bloody tusk. All scarred up. No one wants to talk to me. I don't know.
We're all wounded. Haro's
My
pink.
eye is probably
Haro's
still
pink from
bleeding.
being burnt.
Anything else you guys want to do before the guards start cleaning up the mess?
I mean, I want to take those documents, obviously, also.
All right, fair enough.
What the trap was set up. What was the glass? Was it just a tube?
It's just very thin glass-like thread.
And there was a puff of something, right? When it broke?
Yes.
Since I couldn't talk to anybody, I would also want to try to just investigate around where the trap was as well.
Go ahead and give me investigation with advantage. As you see Gray, they're already over there kind of investigating where the statue is, the remains of the trap, this weird organic matter.
That is a dirty 20, and I had investigation anyway.
Nice.
Investigation. Advantage.
Between you and Gray, trap doesn't really make a lot of sense. Nothing seemed to have physically happened from its effect. Looking around,
Okay.
the others were in hiding and clearly jumped out of the crowd to come after you. Give me an Arcana check really quick.
I'm great at this.
I'm also good at Arcana.
I'm better than both of you.
I believe it.
That's like your one thing.
It's like my one thing. You can let me have it. That and high spell attack rolls.
And the ability to lie down with 0 hit points periodically.
And drift into the blackness.
Yeah.
Let the blackness wash over you.
Alright, does not want to stay at a place that I can see it or sit on a thing that is a real number. I have a bunch of chords and it keeps like, nah.
It's halfway
okay,
between a number.
Exactly, 17.
17. This trap is a little familiar to you. You've seen something similar to this. Whoever trips this trap is marked with a residue of powder that can be scryed upon.
Well,
Can we get rid of that?
Okay. I'm gonna look over myself and see if I tripped on this and forgot, and check Dara and all of my compatriots with their consent.
With Dara and Zephora standing nearby, there doesn't seem to be any kind of residue from the effect on either one of them, which causes all three of you to kind of side-eye over where Harrow is.
oh.
Oh yes, Hera did
I
break
already
the
said I
glass.
tripped. I told you this. I didn't hide
I
anything.
need to look at your body for science, Harrow.
Just be quick about it.
Give me a
This is
nature.
not my best
thoroughly
day.
investigate.
Give me a nature check first.
Not so high. Maybe my nature is decent. Maybe no, a 10.
10. Now give me investigation with disadvantage.
I don't need that. That's not necessary. That seems like kicking a puppy that's
That's
trying to
rude, storyteller.
get pets.
Rude.
Okay, well, you've seen. So, disadvantage 5 or 1.
There is a very thin residue of something along the shin area of Harrow's body, but does not look familiar to you. You're not quite sure what it is. But
I
since
absolutely taste it because I'm a psychopath.
What have they done to my sweet, sweet bod?
give me nature check again,
Instant.
please.
Oh boy.
Fine grade heroin.
13.
Got above a 12 that time. The
I'm a
trap
god amongst men.
the trap begins to make sense to you. Unfortunately, it's not good news. The residue is related to the organic matter that was attached to the statue. The residue has been injected into the blood of Harrow. Harrow is essentially now, for the next 24 hours, a walking scry beacon. Somebody has taken...
So hear me out.
Yeah, someone's gone to great lengths.
What if we drain him?
I haven't even said this aloud. Hold up.
What will we replace it
I
with?
know.
This is an interesting proposition.
So, hear me out. I need to suck all your blood out for science.
I refuse to be a skeleton.
A zombie.
No, not that either. They lose
Scried
their
upon
intelligence.
at
It's
will
all
anytime
out.
within the next 24 hours.
Wait, what was the last part?
Scried upon at will anytime within the next 24 hours. That's your other option.
What? Am I supposed to be worried that they'll see me touch myself? I don't.
Probably.
Look, they can.
If
You
this
need
is
to find
horrifying,
your
I can only
dad.
imagine.
Look, if we can find a way to dispel this, I'm all in favor. But what other
Oh,
options?
I can
we
do
have?
that. I can do that, but we have to take a nap. Like a long one.
I mean,
We're
they're
all
probably
pretty-
listening to you say this.
Probably. Hi.
I'm going to step out of the room. The three of you make a plan. All right?
I did. You didn't like my plan.
I mean, currently you guys are having this
Whatever
conversation.
plan you decide upon, I can't be privy to.
Why don't we go
the
to
two
our...
of you are having this
room.
conversation down in the main area of the tavern at this point.
Look,
Let's go to our room. Where should we headed to our rooms?
I can't go yet. Whatever you say,
Harold,
I'll head up the
give me an Arcana check, please. based on the info that Gray gave you, see if you can glean a little bit more knowledge of what this thing is.
20 on a 12.
You know that this is more of like an organic fusion of magic. You're a beacon. You're not a 24-hour listening
Oh,
device.
okay.
So if someone were to try to scry on you, they would have advantage in the process.
Hmm. All right. To my best understanding of the magic here, I'm going to be very easy to track. Oh, wait, where's our box? Maybe the box will do something to stop it. It stopped all my magic. What if I just hold on to it?
Well, it didn't stop all of your magic. You tried to make that guy go to sleep, and it didn't work.
I wasn't touching the box directly at that point.
Well, what if you pick up? Yeah, worth a try.
Yeah, I have no way to test it unless I rested and was attempting to scry on myself, unfortunately. But it's worth a shot. I just can't do anything too terribly important.
Well, it seems like we can't really do too much till we all rest for a while. I don't think they're going to glean much from you sleeping in the next little bit. Maybe we should take a rest?
In shifts, they might still attack us while we're
Of
staying
course.
in one
We
place.
definitely need watch. I'll take the first shift.
All right. If it's all the same, then I'll take the first rest.
And you guys are all going to be in the same room then?
Yeah, I think that's safer for right now.
We should
Okay.
watch each other's back right now.
Okay. So who's up on the first watch? Dara?
I am. Yes.
Who's taking second?
I could take second.
Zeph will take second. And who's taking third? Gray will take third, giving Harrow an opportunity to get in a full 8 hours sleep while everybody else is kind of going to do a rotating watch. You guys are
I
up.
wouldn't be the best watchman in any case.
Hours.
So with that, the last of the remaining evening is the guards and everybody cleaning up the mess downstairs. After about an hour, there's a semblance of order that kind of comes to the place. All of you retiring to your main chamber or your area of rest, since the tower was not able to appear due to the dealing with the box. Harrow, you take a few minutes to interact with the box. Go ahead and give me perception check, please.
Very well. Oh, okay. But perception is a -1. 12.
12. As far as you could tell, the box itself just will not interact directly with certain spells or magics. It doesn't really seem to have an effect on the fact that you have some kind of magical effect going on right now. It doesn't feel like it works that way.
Okay. You're just not my friend, then. You're perfectly fine with everybody else. All right. Good. I like it better this way. I hope they watch me touch myself.
The three of you watching Harrow have a conversation with an iron box. It's intriguing.
You fool thing.
We're
Foolish.
we're all in the same room, so I guess there'll be more than those people watching you.
Great.
Ray,
I'm sorry. What drugs have you taken today? Are you okay?
I'm in a very foul mood. I'm afraid that most
Yeah,
of
foul.
my good
Get foul mood. Because
Oh, because of his
I'm
bird
sorry.
mask.
intoxicants.
Was it
that
because
was
of his
an
bird mask?
apology. There you go. That was an apology.
That was a
dumb
joke, right?
Yes,
All right.
that is a bad joke. Yes.
Thank you. I'm learning a
I'm,
lot.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm in a salty mood, and I'm sorry.
I'm also upset we were just randomly attacked. This is a perfectly reasonable response on all of our parts. Look, we need to
So
do something
respond
with
to
this
attacks with
and this.
puns.
Was it random though?
No, it
haven't
wasn't. It only
been-
felt that way. There's some reason.
I haven't been with you all very long, but I don't know what enemies you've made, but that seemed like a coordinated attack to me.
I can only think of one, but they were just here and didn't find what they were looking for.
Right, unless they left people behind and expecting us to be hidden. Could
In
this
which
all-
case, I do not think that there is anywhere that we could hide from them effectively.
We should be ready for them when
So
they
say,
come.
Gray, you do remember that Pharaoh's message to you described a single person that they were looking for. She did warn you that maybe agents or people could be left behind. This doesn't feel like that. You kind of glance over at the package that Harrow had acquired from the orc.
Was there more to that sentence? Because it felt like there was going to be more to that sentence.
I think you you probably reached the insight earlier than we did that maybe there's some clue in the documents I pulled while I fiddle with my magic thing.
Got it.
Be careful, they're
It
gonna watch
kinda-
you fiddle with your magic.
Like also kind of cut out,
Indeed.
and I think that we're gonna have. I think we have a delay again. It like cut out. It was like he said something. There were people that were looking for the guy, and
From what you can remember from the message from Pharaoh, they were looking for a single person, and she had warned that they may leave people behind. But this doesn't make sense. Whoever these attackers are were very specifically intent on finding your group, not necessarily out looking for the missing person. And that kind of goes off in your head based on what Dara just said. You're watching as Harrow is like shaking this box, trying to interact with it, and at his feet, the messenger bag that he had taken off of the orc's body.
have we looked in that already?
Oh, that thing? No, I was more concerned with stopping the scrying. Yes, I shouldn't look at this in case they're watching.
Grabby
You-
hands.
What
And
if we blindfold you? Then would they just see dark? Do they see what's through your eyes, or how does
They
scrying
might
work?
they might just be trying to track me. If they do, they'll just know my general location, or they're doing something more thorough, which might grant them my senses or something.
Can they track
don't know.
you if you're dead?
Probably. I'm still an object.
Is there like a fireplace in the room, or is it just like just a room?
It's a pretty simple room. There's only 2 beds, a chair, small table, a wooden box to store odds and ends inside of. There is a window overlooking the main street in front of the Shifting Sands Tavern. For all intents and purposes, it's just a very simple, plain room.
All right. So are we going to rest then? Did you look in the messenger bag, or
I was awaiting an opportunity to do so.
Yeah, I was just like, yep, look at it. Don't tell me what's on it.
is it
Okay.
locked or anything? Is there anything?
You guys watch as Gray takes the bag. It's got a very simple latch on it that just kind of unbuckles with no problem. It's filled with some crudely manufactured vellum sheets with information and wording on it. The first one you pull out, Gray, is a warrant naming all four of you, well, three of you, for arrest. The fourth one obviously has perished recently, but whoever issued this warrant is not aware of that. The warrant has been issued by the Avoste family, and evidently it's a warrant for the wanton murder of a member of the household. And the reward for your capture, dead or alive, 1,000 Titans Fall tokens.
What are we supposed to have killed?
This is not even like a good picture of me, guys. They could have like
Na 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 na.
I don't know who drew that.
It's actually a pretty darn good picture of you. Oddly good. It's
not even a good picture of me, guys. I'm not smiling enough in here.
it's a great picture of you, Somni, Harrow, and Dara.
Guess he can cross him off.
The other ones are wanted warrants as well. It would seem that these individuals were bounty hunters out filling their quota. The warrant was issued roughly 6 or 7 months ago. About the time you went missing when you went into the old city warrants.
Hey, is there any information about who we supposedly killed?
Give me an insight.
Just member of the household.
Yeah, give me an insight check while you examine that.
Dead or alive, who did you kill?
I seem to have forgotten how to read. 7.
7 doesn't make any mention in the documentation. It does briefly describe in the warrant itself for a family member that worked in the residential section of the Avoste household. And that seemed to be more of just like a standard process of issuing of the paper, the documentation. And it's basically these bounty hunters were just going through a sheaf of all the vellum documents that they had collected, but somehow ended up here and ended up somehow tracking you down. Anything else you guys want to do before setting in for your long rest?
Just manage my spells.
No.
I love Dara though. No.
I was deeply thinking. Okay. You have to make facial expressions for sufficiently deep thinking.
So, Dara, you're up first for the first watch. Zafara, Gray, and Harrow lying down to either rest or do whatever they want to do during their part of taking a rest. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Dara.
That is a 13.
13. Other than the crowd down below getting a bit raucous and the bard music getting a bit loud, as it's, it is a tavern down below, drinking and the usual activity is going on. Your watch passes by with no concern. No one approaches the door. There's no attempted entry either through the window or the door. You reach over to tap Zephora on the shoulder and wake her up.
Hey, all's well so far.
All right.
Zephora, go ahead and give me a perception check as you begin your watch.
Dirty 20.
30-20. There is a brief moment where there's creaking outside the door, like someone standing on loose tiles. You can hear the kind of stone on stone wiggle of tiles that maybe aren't quite mortared in place. And then there's some giggling, and you hear a door open and close. Other than that, no disturbance. Nothing odd happens.
All right.
You reach over to wake Gray up.
Gray, it's time for your shift. There was some laughing outside. It sounded like someone going to another room. That was all.
So Gray, go ahead and give me perception.
Oh, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Cause y'all done knew I wasn't gonna let this vial sit in my pocket for more than 6 hours.
Which vial would that be, Gray?
Oh, that would be the one that I got from our dearest, bestest bud, who said that it could perhaps help me remember something.
Interesting. You watch as Dara is sound asleep. Haro sound asleep as well. Zephora kind of crawls into the bed alongside Haro, since there are only 2 beds. Are you quaffing said drink?
Yeah, that's why I said you done new. Come on, I eat everything.
Looking around, seeing that you're alone and no one seems to be nearby. The music below is...
I mean, I'll make a quick perception if you allow me to.
Yeah, feel free. Go for it.
Yep, seems fine. Everything's fine. It's good.
What did you get?
Seems fine. Everything's fine. It's good. It's a natural 1.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hell yeah.
With that, this should be interesting.
I don't like it when he says that. Oh, that's not a good one.
Go ahead and give me a con save, please, really quick.
I don't like that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. 21.
21. As you slip into a strange kind of hallucinogenic state, the first thing that tells you something is strangely odd about this stuff that you drink is that you get a clear sign or a sight of Zephora and Harrow engaged in rather vulgar activity. Dara is sitting up in her bed, staring out the window and making strange noises. The air around you coalesces and begins to vibrate, almost like, that feeling that you get that your skin is just buzzing with electricity. Your pupils dilate out the size of quarters, almost like you could see through things.
Sounds like something I've had.
Microdosing.
No, this is not a microdose. Because the successful effect of a memory retrieval has triggered something inside of your mind that was purposely locked away. And it's that trigger that the endorphins kick off and heightens your awareness without even understanding why. You're standing in the middle of the room with your hand on a blade. You walk over to where Dara is, sound asleep, but staring out the window. And you're looking at the blade in your hand going, I thought Dara took this blade from me. Why do I still have it? Well, she didn't really take it away from you, dear. We just pretended she did. See there? That weak bit of steel that she keeps hidden in her bag. I made her think it was me, dear. I made it think. The energy coursing through you right now would taste so much better if we just take that blade right across her throat. Don't you think? It feels so good. It's been so long since I've drank so much energy before. I'm not really sure. You feel a hand underneath your chin, and you're looking at a familiar face. The face of Callan stares back at you. Smack! Wake up! And your eyes are awake. The room is quiet. You don't see or hear anything. The blade is in your hand. You're looking over at where Dara is, and there's a thin trickle of blood running down the side of the bed that she is lying on.
I look around for Callan.
No sign of him anywhere. It's very strange. You could have sworn he was there. He woke you up. You know he woke you up. It doesn't make any sense. But that feeling of, it's almost as if that vial that you drank from should have given you more information, but something resisted it. Something inside your mind triggered some kind of strange reaction. Give me an Arcana check really quick.
Boy, I will remind you, Callan is a female.
Sorry, I keep doing that. My bad. Is she a she or is she a they? I forget. She's a she?
She is she.
Okay.
Okay, Arcana. Why did I go to spells? That's not where I see things that I need to see. I don't know why my hands aren't functioning. I'm nervous. 13.
13. You're not entirely sure what it takes to create the effect of a memory wipe or an altered memory, but this definitely confirms your suspicion that the fact that she momentarily appeared, almost as if a piece of memory was interacting with an effect. And whatever altered your memory resisted the effect of the vial. This collided, creating a strange momentary connection with both the blade that you didn't even realize you successfully kept from Dara, but standing over Dara, seeing the very thin cut along the back of her neck where maybe the blade was just very slightly dragged over in preparation. It was at that point that she appeared in front of you, her hand under your chin, kind of, and then her hands coming together, startling you back into consciousness. All of these things triggering emotions in you, like, this kind of confirms that something has altered your memory. And this vial would have recovered it for you, but it resisted. Something caused the effect not to happen. But the very nature of this isn't any more disconcerting than the very small yellowish orb hovering in the corner of the room, pulsing, casting a radiant light into the room and kind of just moving along the edge of the wall, then up into the ceiling and moving, and then winking out of existence.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Mhm.
This thing that I just drank, was it something that it appeared she made specifically, or something that it appeared there could be more of?
Get the feeling that this was meant to invoke a memory recall effect, that you do remember the conversation with her. Had your memory been altered, this should have recovered it. The fact that it triggered it and didn't recover it tells you this is not necessarily something that's made for them specifically, but they could find more. This felt like a very simple solution to a problem that you've never had access to before. And really all this confirms for them is, fuck, my memory's been altered. I know my fucking memory. And your own voice is like yelling in your head. This is the affirmation that they've been looking for.
Okay, well, my first assumption, based on the scry and everything, is that I must have made a very powerful enemy that I don't remember. And I'm starting to wonder if the two could even be possibly related. And, thinking all of these thoughts and all of these emotions and everything. And then, oh, wait, Dara's bleeding. I should do something
Yeah, so I
about
was
that.
gonna ask, would I have felt a, sharp object on the back of my neck and have woken up?
No. You did not feel it. Your passive
No, okay.
your passive perception just wasn't high enough to defeat the situation that Gray was in.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put the dagger back from wherever it was hidden because it doesn't feel like it's going to honestly make a difference to give it to Dara. Because apparently it can just come back to me willy-nilly by itself. Can daggers grow legs? Apparently so. Cool, tight, great night, fantastic. Okay.
10 out of 10 would stab.
10 out of 10 would stab in the back of the neck again. I'm just gonna lean down and just like with the lightest little tip, pick your wounds. Just a little.
Give me a stealth check, please. Or no, give me
Oh, that's
sleight
not
of
gonna go well.
give me sleight of hand
That's
actually.
worse.
Yeah, give me sleight of hand.
Stealth here.
I know playing on your phone's a lot harder because you got to tab over more and
It's-
scroll more.
It is. And I'm sorry for the fact that my phone has been in the shot. D&D Beyond is being funky. I'm bad at it, but it's an 18.
18. You managed to seal the wound. Dara does not wake up with the interaction. She's very much sound asleep, breathing heavily.
I can't help but just have just a split second moment of kind of wishing it was Callan.
Mm-hmm. There's a unfamiliar hunger, but the emotion feels like it's the wrong reason, but it's there on the edge of your mind. And you're not really sure why you feel this way, but there's an intense emotional state that Gray finds themselves in. You are, for the better sense of all things, whatever that drinking of that vial did, it created an effect of proportions that just are intriguing to you. And because you now have a memory of a face of her, Callan's face is seared in your mind. However you choose to describe her, I'll leave to you, because that's part of your backstory. But you now remember her. You see her face, the passion, the need to embrace her and pull her towards you. Give me a charisma save, please.
Damn you, Jason. Ten. I don't know why I'm looking at it like it's gonna change.
10. Give me sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Four.
Dara, you wake up to somebody kind of stroking a hand along your shoulder and down your forearm. You feel fingertips kind of glide very gently across your arm towards your hand.
I'd be okay with it. It's gonna wake up and look over. And
Right.
is she just like, are they like standing over me or also laying in the bed? Like, what's happening?
Give me a quick insight check.
14.
They are slightly hovered over you, but there's a deep concern, like there's a deep look of concern on their face. The thing that strikes you very strangely is the fact that her pupils are blown out. They're huge. There's a strange look of conviction and recognition on her face. I'll also say you feel like something else has triggered this. You're not really sure what it is because the intensity on their face is just beyond scope of what you would figure Gray would. There's something odd about her behavior, about their behavior.
Okay. Then I would notice that and look and be like, try to keep quiet, not to wake everybody else up. Be like, hey, are you okay? What happened? And like try to get them to like sit down on the bed.
You're like way stronger than she was. And she was very strong.
Who's she?
There's a name that rattles around in the back of my head, and I feel like I just saw her. I don't know why I feel so many feelings right now.
Dara's going to just kind of put her arms around Gray and then just hold them there. Just like not like make any moves. Just kind of let them have a space.
This feels weird.
Dara will let go.
It was. I appreciate the offer. I'm gonna go sleep now. I'm confused and kind of angry, and Dara, I'm confused.
Okay. Did I do something?
No.
Okay. Do you want me to go sleep downstairs?
No.
Okay. I thought you said you just. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. And I give Dara like the most awkward like pat.
Dara's still just like kind of sleepy. Like, what the hell is going on here?
And it's just a turn, and I just like go that way out the door.
Okay. You head out the door?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna be outside now.
The thin aluminum metallic-like door kind of squeaks open and closed. Give me a sleight of hand. Make sure you don't wake up Harrow and Zephora.
Be hilarious and ironic. 12.
12. You manage to shut the metal door behind you, almost like a kind of screen door is about to slam, but you kind of grab it before it clacks shut. The hallway outside the door is vacant, empty. Your skin still buzzes a little bit. There's still a bit of
I
buzz
just
to
do
your
like
skin.
a little like fetal position, like leaning against the wall, and both feel like the pins and needles of whatever I took, and the like that sensation of I can't tell if I want somebody to hug me or be as far away from people as possible, and I'm very confused.
Give me another charisma save, please.
Oh boy.
This is what goes through a serial killer's head. Before he kills all his friends. Kill all his
She's
friends.
gonna go look for a juice box.
16.
16. Bit of an anger and vitriol begins to build in their throat. The vile swallow. You swallow it down. The acid burning your throat. You find yourself haphazardly playing with the dagger. Don't even remember pulling the damn thing out. You're like, what the and then that voice in your head. I'll make you feel better. Come on. No one's going to know. And you eye the other door that Zephora mentioned that maybe somebody was giggling outside of and disappeared. You can hear breathing. And it grates against your skin, your brain firing off, nerve centers beginning to make crackling noises in your head. You're standing in front of the door without even realizing you're there. Give me sleight of hand check, please, with disadvantage because you are not in control of yourself.
8.
8. You make a rather loud sound as you yank the door open, and you stand there, and two in very naked halfling forms sit up, groggy-eyed, staring at you. Give me another charisma save, please.
Remember how I rolled 3 natural 20s?
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Remnants of Debtor's Gambit. Fuck.
We're having a good time! Like Dungeons & Dragons!
All 4 of you wake up the next morning. Long rest has been acquired. Be sure to get everything back. Dara, Zephora, and Haro, you are watching as Gray gets up, and she is covered from neck to foot in crimson dried blood. Her bed is soaked with it.
What have you been doing? Are you wounded?
Gray, you didn't heal yourself?
I guess not. Do I have like a head wound? Those bleed really bad. Can you check?
I'll
She looks.
look her.
Yeah,
I'll look them over for wounds.
Dara
Yeah.
very specifically does not get physically close to come.
I mean,
I have no
I
idea what
wouldn't
else
either.
I'd be.
it's definitely recently dried blood. You kind of clear spots of it away, and
Is there any more blood on the floor or anything like that?
there are. Well, give me a perception check.
Uh, 19.
19. There's this thin series of droplets running from the door to Gray's bed, where she
Oh.
woke up from.
Go outside the door.
Head outside, you look, you see the droplets seem to lead towards another door that's slightly open.
I'll go check in there.
You walk in. The smell is what hits you first. And it's a strange smell, but
That
you
copper blood smell.
no. You're not overly familiar with this, so give me an insight check.
Okay. Right. 13.
13. The smell is obvious. The disembowelment of these two individuals on the bed is clear for you to see. You can see where their guts have been yanked from their cavities and split wide open. Their dinners spread out on the bed. You can see the two figures have been pinned to the wall just behind the bed, which is difficult to do. It's masonry, it's stone and tile, but it was accomplished. A strange kind of like evisceration across both their necks, but it's almost like burnt or like a carceration effect, like it's been seared open and closed. The blood mostly came from the disembowelment, almost as if somebody had rolled around in their accomplishment, covered themselves in it, and drank deeply of the effect. Looking at the room, there is viscera and matter sprayed in all manner of direction. Now, this room's an interior room, so there's no window. Your kind of stoic understanding of this situation, putting two and two together, somehow Gray has murdered these two individuals, these two halflings, barely recognizable. Two that you had, well, I don't know it was them specifically, but you remember giving her fair warning that you heard something out in the hallway. This makes sense.
Yes.
This is the room directly across from your room. And then finally the copper smell of blood begins to seep into your nostrils. They flare deeply as you take it all in. What would you like to do, Zephora?
I'll close the door.
While you're still in the room or leaving the
Yes.
room? Okay.
Will how are they attached to the wall?
You can see like metal pittons of some sort that were taken out of their own bags and then forced purposely into the wall through their hands, almost like a stigmata effect.
I'll try to get them off the wall and try to get everything onto the bed.
Okay, go ahead and give me just give me a strength check. See how well you can get these things pulled off. Harrow and Dara, you've noticed that Zafara has left the room. She has not come back. You managed to begin breaking away the pittons out of the wall. Although deep, they do succumb to your ability to pull them out of the wall.
Okay, I'm going to use the blankets and everything to tie up the bodies and as much of the viscera and everything that's left as I can.
So give me a quick survival check.
19.
Dora was taking a while. At some point, Dara would also go follow.
Okay, Dara, as you come step out in the hallway, you do not see Zafara anywhere. There is a closed door directly in front of you and the room directly behind you.
Are the blood spatters on the ground that led to there? Or
Well, Zafara didn't really share that, but go ahead and make a perception.
Oh, okay.
Make a perception
Yeah, I would
check.
just search around then.
Yeah.
To see if I can tell where Zephora went.
Yep.
That is a 14.
14. Looking around, you don't really see any sign of Sephora anywhere. The hallway looks clear. No other telltale signs to kind of give anything away.
Okay.
Sephora.
Let's kinda wait in the hallway.
Okay. Sephora, what are you doing? What'd you roll for survival?
Oh, yeah. I rolled a 15, 16, 17, 18. 19.
Okay. Now give me performance with advantage.
Shit. Thanks.
I mean, when you're covering up a crime scene, you get a little bit nervous.
I know. Performance too. So a 14.
14. Now give me deception.
Deception 14. 19.
19. Takes you about 15 to 20 minutes to accomplish all this. Taking advantage of the similarity of this room to the room that you're in, you manage to stash the remains of both halflings in the large collection box that would normally store gear. You then take all of their gear and stash it underneath the bed. You take all the linens and everything that you can find and begin to clean up as much of the blood as you can. But with porous tile and stonework, it's not always that easy. It tends to absorb in. So you basically find whatever you can to disfigure, discolor the stains.
Scrape it with my
Yeah.
daggers and stuff.
Yeah, so 15 minutes goes by. You look at the room. Because you know what you did, there are telltale signs that would give it away. But you get the feeling you've done a decent job. If anyone were to find this, it would take them probably a good deal of investigative work to figure things out. You've given yourselves a couple days head start. Someone will eventually find this. Whether it leads back to you or Gray or the others, you're not sure. But Dara, you watch as Zephora comes out of the room that you're leaning against the wall next to your door. You watch as a door opens directly in front of you. Zephora slipping out with a bit of brow sweat and quietly closing the door behind her. Zephora, you look up to see Dara standing in the hallway, staring at you.
Dara, do you have those wanted posters?
I don't believe I had them. Why?
Oh, give me a few. Hurry. I'll
Okay.
explain in a minute.
I'll go back in the room and just grab them.
Okay.
Or I would remember who had them, right?
Yeah. Gray.
Okay.
Yeah, Gray has them. You walk over to where Gray had set the message bag down. You reach in, pull out some of the sheets of paper, some of the sheets of vellum, take them back out to Zephora. Gray and Harrow, you watch as Dara just comes quickly in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a word.
Yeah,
I'm just
grabs
gonna grab
something
them
out of the
back.
messenger bag and quickly right back out into the hallway.
I'm just over here like, Harrow, like, I licked a powder off your ankle. Can you at least, like, help me try to find this? I don't want to die.
I don't know what you expect me to do. I haven't studied the human body more than for weak points. And they haven't did any of those.
Dara, you
I appear
close.
to have a weak point based on the fact that I'm bathed in my own blood. Harrow.
Dara, you
Even
close the
shots.
door to the sound of Harrow and Gray talking about ankle licking. It's strange.
So all is normal.
You hand the sheafs of vellum off to Zephora. Zephora, what do you do with them?
Yeah.
Besides the ones for my nice friends here, that don't murder people, what other ones? Is there any that with a halfling on them or anything like that?
Give me a perception check as you kind of rifle through the handful of them that Dara brought out to you.
29.
You find one that looks like it could possibly pass for them. I mean, the description doesn't make a lot of sense, but they're so badly left in a shape that may make it hard for identification. This could pull it off. You're not even sure if they seem more gnomish in appearance on the vellum, but you
No,
know,
halfling. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, as far as your calculus is concerned, this should work.
Okay, and I'll
Talking about
stuff.
me being racist for talking in a weird goblin voice.
Yeah.
I never said anything. I don't know goblin.
I was offended at the bad orcish, not the bad goblin. Okay.
Yes, I can say anything I like about goblins.
I will crumple that up and I'll put it in the box with the bodies.
Okay. Fair
And
enough.
then I will close and attempt to lock the door.
You don't really have anything to lock it with.
Like I can repick it to close it, to lock it, or is there a lock or just not?
Give me a sleight of hand check. See if you can create some way of locking it.
25.
There is an interior latch system, and using a piece of metal, you kind of help guide it down in place. With a click, you manage to create the illusion that the door is locked from the other side.
Okay. I'll go back into our room.
Dara's still in the hallway.
Yeah, I
Oh.
want to stop the floor of the hallway and be like,
Yeah.
what was in there? Why did you lock it?
Let's go in and I'll tell everyone.
Okay.
Dara, give me
So-
an insight check.
12.
12. Yeah, there's a moment of panic in your mind and a remembrance of Gray's behavior when they had the dagger, but that doesn't make sense because you have it. So it doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah, so it can't have been that dagger.
Harrow and Gray, you watch as Dara and Zephora re-enter the room.
Like it's got to be a head wound. It's the only thing that
Gray?
bleeds as much.
Gray's been a busy little person.
Okay, I'm sure, but I'm not like that.
So
Are surrounded
you
by
need
halflings.
to strip off those bloody clothes. We need to dispose of them. There's 2 dear little halflings in the room across from us that have been eviscerated. I've done my best to clean up the area and hide the bodies, but we need to leave. And we need to make sure no one sees any blood on us when we walk out of here. So
Nice,
if you
that's
can
accurate.
strip those clothes down and put them in a backpack. We need to leave the area before they're found.
Are your weapons newly bloodied, Gray?
Did you kill some people?
Oh,
That's a good
gee.
response, Harrow.
They did so much more than kill them. It was overkill. They were spiked to the wall and gutted like trout.
For what reason? Were they the
Why?
ones watching us?
So I tried to make it look like it possibly was the bounty hunters, but I don't know if that ruse will last if we walk out with them looking like that.
Gray?
So
Do I
what did I
recall
tell
any
you
of
of?
this, DM?
Hmm?
Do I recall any of this?
The only thing you recall is going out in the hallway after feeling very strange about your interaction with Dara. But that's it. You just remember waking up.
Okay. 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 All right. Hang on. Okay. Well, I wouldn't just like kill someone for no reason. Maybe
is
they were
true.
following us.
Maybe they were snoring too loud.
How
Okay.
do you not
that's-
remember killing somebody, though?
That's why I don't recall that. So
This is all escaping you then. This isn't something that you did willfully. Or at least not to your knowledge.
I have the dagger. I'm gonna go reach and pull out the dagger from my bag.
You pull out a dagger.
I tried to, like, I have your dagger. It's here. It can't be controlling you.
Looking at it, it looks far too simple and plain to be the one you remember taking from her in the middle of the street.
Gray, can you show us the daggers you have?
I don't have daggers. You took it.
Okay, this doesn't seem like that one, though. Look, it's dull. It's basic. That other one had a gleam to it, a certain specialness about it.
Yes, that isn't a magic dagger. Trust me.
Could you help me with this? Are they in shock? But we need to strip them of those bloody rags and hide them before
Okay. Zephora,
We're
how
all
long ago did it
caught.
happen?
and strung up for murder.
How long ago did it happen?
What?
Your survival roll is high enough, Sephora. You get the feeling that it did happen sometime, maybe 4 or 5 hours ago.
4 or 5 hours ago. The blood was still fresh. The viscera was still gleaming. The
All
smell
right.
of. Oh, sorry. Get carried away with myself.
Alright.
Like a
I do
fine piece of
believe-
artwork.
I do believe that It is possible, given what we know, that Gray has done this. But let's also keep in mind that all of our experiences thus far are circumstantial. Gray obviously does not remember. And it is just as possible that they pinned them to that wall as that they found it and, I don't know, fell face first.
Haro, I could care less if they did it or not. What I'm saying is there's 2 piles of bloody meat in the room across from us, and
Fine.
there's someone in our room covered in blood.
Yes, I understand.
So we
I
just
don't
need
want
to
to burn water tokens on this.
strip the clothes off, get some
Yes, can we
new
stop talking
ones.
about the clothes part of this? We're going to get to that. Can we get some new ones first?
What? Yes, why don't you?
What do you... Gray, talk. Talk, Gray.
Okay. You said they were pinned up on a wall. Do you think I could possibly be strong enough to do something like that? Have you seen me?
Stronger than me.
Gray, you're
Well, most things
mistaken.
are.
See, you think I am blaming you for some murders. I'm not really. Maybe the dagger. But, it does look very strange, you covered in blood and 2 bloody corpses across the way. I did tell you last night that there was some giggling and down the hallway and a door slamming, so you knew they were in there. But like I said, I don't care if you did it. I don't want to be caught because it looks very, very suspicious.
I mean, I definitely
Regardless.
didn't do it because I don't remember it, and my memory is
Oh.
infallible and perfect.
Perfect, then. That's great. Well, if you want to
Right.
walk downstairs in bloody clothing, then give me a few minutes to leave first.
All right. We pressed hard enough for now. We're not going to get any more answers like this or right here or right
Dara,
there.
what's your passive perception as Haro begins his conversation?
Not great. It is a 12.
It's enough considering Gray's condition. You're staring very intently at Gray as Haro is talking. There are strange markings around Gray's neck that you don't remember being there before. Go ahead, Haro.
We're not going to have any of this sorted out tonight.
This morning.
Gray, this morning. Gray, are you prepared to get yourself together and move if we can provide some new clothing and a way to get yourself washed off of all that?
Yeah. No, I mean, I can handle the washing myself off part. I
Alright.
just we can fix that. Like, that's not a permanent thing. They can come back.
The same.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather not be caught doing that either. Well, fix yourself up. I'll keep an eye out on the way. Probably best I don't see anything else while I'm potential spy.
Yeah, that thought occurred to me while we're standing here having this conversation, and probably somebody's looking at me and just
I was awoken like this. I can't. I'm leaving the room now.
As
What's wrong,
watches
Haro?
Haro
So
goes
I'll
out.
Step out the front.
Yep, step out the door into the hallway.
He's very touchy. What's wrong with him?
Tarot.
All right.
Gray,
Well,
your neck. What? That wasn't.
Mhm.
There. What's on? No, not that one. There's something else there.
What new wonderful thing is this? How could my morning further improve? What do I have on my neck, DM?
As Gray kind of gets a little bit closer towards you, Dara, and you pick up just haphazardly a hemp-like cloth and begin to kind of scour some of the blood, you see a fresh set of tattoos festooned around her neck and crawling down into her chest. You then notice in splotches on her arms where you can see it, the continuation of tattoos that you don't remember seeing there before. And
Oh, I would not be reaching out to touch to clean them off.
fair enough,
I'm like
but you
afraid
could,
to touch them right
yeah.
now.
And
Hand them a cloth.
there's a small protrusion right above her sternum through her clothing that kind of makes a sound when you inadvertently brush across it.
All right, well, that's only slightly better than throbbing or pulsing or.
And on that note, our food just got here and they aren't dropping it off. And if I don't go grab it, then they're gonna leave with my food. Hang on.
Go for it.
Go for it. Yep.
Why aren't they dropping it off?
Probably
jerks.
because they have rules. You know, Harrow.
Mm.
Those
There's a
rules,
button
those.
for it. You should do it.
That's a
Well,
Staples
all
button,
I can
right?
say is
The easy
better
button?
better two halflings than us.
Valid. I got a little concerned for a second.
Also, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie,
I know.
folks.
I think
going.
you're almost one. You're almost a victim.
Well, if you guys
Great,
ever
we gotta-
figure out what that dagger was, it should be interesting to see what you have to do to undo it.
Indeed.
Because unfortunately, it has now drank the blood of the living and consumed souls.
Oh no.
Are we saying never done that before, though?
We should have used it during our combat.
Could have gotten some nice, juicy evil souls.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you kill good people, it's a nice dagger. Like, it feeds off it.
No,
it's
no.
really-
That's
Yeah.
that's
just gotta get
definitely
Gotta
Like
get
a-
a bunch of babies, and
Like
then
little
it's
babies or little children.
Oh.
Yeah, like you get way more
Oh.
tattoos that
So yeah,
way.
you
Grace
take
gonna
you
kill
take
babies next.
you
Baby
take the
stabbing,
you take
fine.
you take the baby and put the Capri Sun straw on top of the soft spot. And...
I already ate one kid last
go-
week.
Oh my gosh.
Grade's gonna start a daycare.
So you guys watch as concerned, Gray, you begin to kind of, and looking at your sternum, you could see the gem from the pommel of the blade that you found in Arcanum's vault emblazoned into your chest. There's a
You're
dark
done.
blue, glowy,
Oh no.
like kind of effervescence coiling in it. In a moment of panic, not realizing that Dara and Zephora are watching you, you begin to kind of rip down some of your clothing tastefully, not intending to show your nudity off. But as she does this, the parts of the blood that don't stick to her skin because of the clothing they were wearing, the perfect mimicry of the blade is tattooed the full length of her body, down towards her legs, across her shoulders.
Oh my god.
In the very middle of her sternum, you can see the gem of the pommel. Dara, you remember seeing it. Most of this is unfamiliar to Zephora, but Dara, you remember there's that gem just kind of coalescing there in their sternum. And you watch as they kind of look at their hand, and then you watch as a blade of translucent energy appears in their left hand, pulsing. Her face looking up
Okay.
towards the two of
Hi.
you,
Yes.
concerned.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm going to vomit, but I have to take this opportunity to ask, is this what they mean when they say your body is a weapon?
You feel an echo in your mind as you reveal the blade to the others, this echo in your mind. Yes. You are mine and I am yours. We are the Bane Blade. It's been a long time since I've drank from the well. I hope there will be more to drink. And that's where we're going to finish tonight, folks. That way you guys can go eat your hot food.
Bad.
Also, well isn't here. They're over on the other stream.
Well, it's on the other
Hold
stream
on.
and not turned into a weapon.
Hold a Bundy, man.
Ah, ah, ah. That's my feelings.
Pepper got alarmed by that.
I'm sorry. I would be alarmed by this too.
So our winner tonight is Princess of Hell 18. That is our winner. So if
I know
someone
that
could,
person.
if you could spam that for me
Princess of Hell.
and let that individual know to
Congratulations.
send me a mailing whisper, and we'll get those dice right off to them. So I did forget to make a warning. This particular campaign's a little darker than usual. I mean, I think our players do a great job of lightening it a bit from time to time, but if you're unfamiliar with Dark Sun, definitely recommend go checking out some of the background on it. It's a pretty dark anti-hero environment. I think it's a great way for people to practice their anti-hero angst in a very safe environment to do it.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Hero is adorable.
Yeah.
So with that, congratulations to Princess of Hell 18. I really love that moniker. I think that's amazeballs. Thank you to Initiative League for dropping by. And I believe they're still up playing Dying Light. I, however, am exhausted. It's been a long week. I know it's been a long week for all of us out there. And like I always say, please stay safe. Try to be very kind to each other because I know it's very hard to do. And don't forget to play a game. It'll make you feel better. Good night, everybody.
Also,
Congrats,
I'm
Princess
sorry.
of Hell.
It'll make you
I'm
feel
so
worse.
sorry.